My dear child, mere moments ago, a fly landed, and from it emerged 3 individuals. Indeed, not 1, not 2, but 3 hunters. Yes, my child, these are 3 strangers, aliens to your city, hailing from an unknown realm far away. Their arrival was no coincidence. They approached with a singular purpose, a mission to track, pursue, and ultimately hunt. So, for whom have they come? And why am I sharing this with you? It is imperative that you understand, they are not meandering without direction. They are equipped with a list. A list containing 3 names inscribed upon it. Upon your learning whose names are recorded, it will not merely astonish you, it will haunt your thoughts, for these individuals are far closer to you than you might surmise. Thus, let us commence. Indeed, 3 enigmatic figures have just arrived in your vicinity. They are peculiar, different from anyone you have previously encountered. They do not come for business or leisure, their motives are far more perilous. They are driven by a mission, one that relentlessly propels their every movement. This mission is the reason they are best referred to as hunters, hunters of souls, hunters of lives, and they are not here by mere happenstance. I urge you, before you question why I have chosen to impart this information regarding the hunters, please pay close attention. It is critical for you to comprehend the reality of the situation. They are not aimlessly wandering through your streets, they are not lost or guessing their way. Rather, they possess something significant, not a weapon, nor a map, but a list. Yes, my child, a list to which 3 names are affixed, not 1, not 2, but 3. That list bears names that are intimately familiar to you. These names are not distant, their proximity is closer than you can imagine. They signify their prey and elucidate the very reason for these hunters' presence. When the truth of these names is unveiled to you, the revelation will be disconcerting. It will shake your perception of all that surrounds you. So, whose names comprise that list? What criteria determine their selection? All will be disclosed in this communication. Therefore, my child, if you wish to grasp the entire narrative, I must take you back a few hours, for therein lies the inception of this tale. Indeed, my child, it all commenced merely hours ago when these 3 hunters stood in anticipation, motionless and unhurried, as they awaited their delayed flight. In the meantime, one of them unfolded a newspaper, his discerning eyes diligently scanning the text as if deciphering a code. He was not captivated by headlines, instead, he sought out signals, hidden details between the lines. Another individual leaned over his phone, a glow illuminating his features. However, it was not the mundane sounds of human conversation that filled that screen, but rather encrypted directives, covert expressions, and disguised commands. The third individual was restless, pacing in circles under the guise of examining food vendors, feigning hunger. Yet, this hunger was not for sustenance, it harbored a far darker intent. Throughout this time, their conversations were sparse, for hunters are seldom wordy. Their silence conveys their understanding. Then, the announcement rang out, boarding was commencing, and all 3 rose in unison, neither hurried nor tardy, but with deliberate intent. They passed through the gate, boarded the plane, took flight, and soon after, the wheels touched down on the runway of your city. As the doors opened, the cool night air enveloped them. At that moment, one of their phones buzzed, a sharp, singular vibration. It contained a message, a name. The third name, yes, my child. Prior to this, their list had only 2 names. Now, it bore yet another, 3 souls, 3 targets, and 3 impending hunts. This third name was not foreign, it was someone familiar to you once again. But whose name was it? Whence comes the authority granting these hunters the power of selection? The answer will astonish you, for the source behind this mission is not whom you might assume. So, if you are prepared, grant me a few more moments, and I shall reveal all. My child, the entity providing these hunters with their names is not a mere mortal, nor a monarch, nor some esoteric sovereign of your realm. No, their directives originated from the heavens themselves, directly from me, your Lord. The rationale is straightforward: these hunters are not of ordinary flesh and blood. They are unconfined by earthly existence, they are not molded by human form. They are ancient, older than kingdoms, older than empires, and predate the crowns that have risen and fallen throughout history. They were shaped in the inferno of the First Great War, a conflict that reverberated through heaven itself. Indeed, my child, this was the war in which Michael and his angels confronted the dragon, as documented in Revelation 12 verse 7, a warfare not waged with iron swords, but wielding power, authority, and light. In that conflict, when the dragon was vanquished, and shadows dispersed, these hunters were consecrated, designated, and set apart. Since that day until the present moment, their obligation has remained unchanged. Their existence is not one of aimless wandering. Rather, they exist to pursue, to track, to engage in the hunt. Yet, this does not extend to my offspring. No, their pursuit is aimed at the shadows, the invisible forces, the silent darkness that strives to bring about your ruin. The adversary continues to lurk. In the presence of darkness, the hunters follow. Where malevolence rises, they descend. And now, my dear, they traverse your streets, not as unfamiliar faces, but as vigilant guardians, moving with serene command. They carry a list, not inscribed in ink, but illuminated by light. This list bears names, selected and highlighted, not of those targeted by darkness, but of individuals recognized by heaven itself. Who, then, are the individuals whose names appear on this list? And what is the rationale behind their selection? For my dear, these hunters do not possess a roster of human identities. The scroll they bear does not contain flesh and blood. Instead, it holds something far more perilous. The names inscribed upon it are not human, they represent forces. Ancient embodiments of darkness, bindings that have enslaved generations, shadows that have circled around your existence unnoticed. Yes, my dear. There are 3 forces, 3 malevolent missions, and 3 surreptitious thieves. The first has been pilfering from you, stealthily depleting your resources and draining your blessings. Every opportunity lost too swiftly and every door that closed abruptly was influenced by this shadow. The second force has been corrupting your relationships. It introduces confusion where love was intended to flourish, instigates discord where tranquility was to be found, and sows falsehoods where truths were meant to grow. It is the shadow that incites discord between friends and animosity within hearts. However, the third, the most treacherous of all, has been assailing your very physical form, diminishing your strength, and threatening to curtail the years I granted you. Each unexpected fatigue, every inexplicable ailment, was a result of this shadow's maneuvering against you. Yes, my dear. These 3 entities are inscribed upon their document. They are not human beings, nor neighbors, but spirits of darkness. This is the reason I have dispatched them, for you are not contending against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, and the rulers of this world's darkness. As stated in Ephesians 6 verse 12, this is why they have come, not to cause you harm, but to pursue that which has pursued you, to combat that which has struck you, and to annihilate that which has been depleting you. Yet, a more profound question arises. What will transpire when these hunters finally engage their targets? This, my dear, is what I shall disclose next. Here is the reality: this evening, the hunt commences. When these hunters advance, they are infallible, for they do not operate with human strength. They proceed with celestial authority. They strike with the sword of my spirit. And when dawn arrives, you will feel a change. You will perceive a shift in the atmosphere surrounding you. The chains that have bound you will begin to disintegrate. The darkness's grip will ease. The burdens you have borne will start to dissipate. Indeed, my dear, you will become aware of it. The affliction that clung to your body will recede. The weakness that pressed upon your bones will diminish. The heaviness upon your chest will lift. For the first time in a prolonged period, you shall breathe freely again, because I have assured you of this, and I am not a deity who deceives, for whom the Son liberates is indeed free, as it is penned in John 8 verse 36. This is the reason for sharing this information with you, not to instill fear, but to prepare you to comprehend the truth. For while darkness conspired in secrecy against you, heaven has already been at work in silence. While the adversary muttered your name in hushed tones, I was inscribing your victory in flames. This is why the balance of power has shifted tonight. The enemy presumed you were isolated, yet you have never been alone. For I had already dispatched your resolution. I had already sent forth my hunters. And now, my child, they have arrived in your city. They walk your streets, bearing my command, and they shall not rest until the shadows that surround you are obliterated. Thus, take solace in this verity. The night is the dominion of the hunters. But the morning is yours, my cherished child. Cease glancing at your watch. Refrain from counting the days. I observe your weariness, and I am here to impart something that will transform everything. I am aware of your current struggles, and it shall soon conclude. This period of hardship, this chapter of anguish, this valley in which you find yourself, possesses an expiration date that I have already established. You may be unable to perceive the conclusion due to your present position, but I can see both the beginning and the glorious resolution. I know you have endured the fire. The intensity feels unbearable. The flames seem interminable. You may question your ability to survive. However, listen closely. I am utilizing the fire to eliminate the rough edges. What seems to be destruction is, in fact, divine construction. Each trial serves as a tool. Every adversity acts as a hammer, molding you into the person you are destined to become. The fears that have been hindering your progress are dissipating. Those limiting beliefs are transforming into mere remnants, and the outdated version of yourself, which was insufficient for your true purpose, is being entirely eradicated. I urge you to have faith in this process. Just as a goldsmith meticulously determines the precise duration to maintain gold in the fire, never too long and never too short, I am accomplishing significant work within you. This is not random adversity, this is intentional preparation. Upon emerging from this experience, you will find yourself stronger, more radiant, and in an improved state compared to your previous self. The person who exits this trial will have difficulty recognizing their former self. Your faith will become unwavering, your wisdom will deepen, and your compassion will envelop you like vast oceans. You will inhabit a new realm, not solely in a geographical sense, but also spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. A higher level of existence awaits you. You will be prepared for the calling and aspirations that I have instilled within you. The fire you face is not an adversary, it is a means of preparation. Trust in me, my cherished child. I am aware of your struggles. I acknowledge every tear, every unvoiced prayer, and each instance you felt overlooked. Allow me to reveal what lies ahead. I am attuned to your journey because I understand your heart. Beyond your actions and words, I perceive the profound depths where your pain resides, where your aspirations conceal themselves, and where your fears subtly whisper. I am cognizant of the battles you engage in that remain invisible to others, the burdens you carry that are beyond their comprehension. You have been surrounded by misguided voices for an extended period, individuals who deplete your energy, challenge your vision, and remind you of past errors. However, that phase is concluding. In this forthcoming chapter of your life, I will introduce individuals who will support you rather than hinder your path. Be vigilant, they are on their way, resembling answered prayers in human form. These sacred connections will accelerate your purpose, enhance your talents, and validate your worth. They will uplift you rather than judge you. No longer will you have to tread lightly or justify your ambitions. You will no longer feel the need to diminish your presence to accommodate others. These new relationships will be revitalizing for your spirit. They will infuse life into your aspirations when doubt seeks to extinguish them. They do not belong to your past, allowing them to refrain from perpetually reminding you of it. There will be no return to the shadows of your former self. These individuals will only recognize the transformed and elevated version of you that is emerging. They will propel you forward into your destiny instead of dragging you back.